Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hayes to bring home a shocking gift home from Art Academy. The gift sends Taylor and Steffy reeling. Luna told Sheila that she was leaving Los Angeles. The youthful woman had one further thing to do, but wouldn't partake any details with her grandmother. After participating one final farewell, Luna left and headed straight to Hayes' Art Academy. Suckers know that Luna introduced herself to Ms. Dillon as Miss Sunshine. So, if Hayes had talked about his new schoolteacher, Shin wouldn't suspect anything. Luna formally has a plan in the workshop. While relating with Hayes, she suggested they make an origami gift for Steffy that would blow her down. Of course, the little boy has no idea that Luna is dangerous and deadly. Taylor and Steffy will both reel over what Hayes brings home. When Steffy and Taylor see the origami gift, they will know that Luna had contact with Hayes. Maybe it's an origami like the pen that Steffy was held in. Since Luna transferred Hayes home with an intimidating gift, Steffy will horrify that the killer has targeted Hayes at Academy. When Luna forces Ms. Dillon to get Steffy down to the Academy, of course, the mama will go. Steffy will probably assume that it's about Hayes' origami. When Steffy arrives, there will be a dangerous face-off. Steffy arrives to speak with Ms. Dillon, who's gagged and bound in a closet. Meanwhile, Luna points a gun at Steffy, saying they need to get some effects straight. We also know from the daily exercise clip that Steffy goes down to the Academy alone. While Steffy is gone, Sheila comes to a horrifying consummation. Sheila will try to advise Steffy, but will face Taylor. So, this could be an occasion for Taylor and Sheila to join forces to save the day. Can Steffy be saved from a deranged Luna? Steffy should forgive Sheila after she saves her from Luna. It looks like Sheila will indeed deliver Steffy from the Luna showdown that's brewing, so then's why remission needs to be. This isn't the first time Sheila has done a good deed to help Steffy and her family. How Sheila saved Kelly from drowning in the ocean, so Sheila is showing a deliverance pattern at this point. We get that Sheila has made some huge miscalculations, but the fact that she's playing the idol and showing signs of real redemption should count for commodity. Luna hasn't changed and may always pose a trouble to Finn family, so he may no way have a chance to form a father-son connection. Finn still has a chance to bond with his birth mama and deserves that if Sheila has truly turned her life around. Sheila has eventually accepted that Finn's happiness is what's most important, so she's willing to stay down and admire his wishes. That shows a lot of growth, so perhaps that growth will be a factor along with Sheila's life-saving sweats. Numerous of us are just ready to move on from all the Sheila angst, which has been played way too important throughout Finn and Steffy's relationship. Ever since Sheila came into the picture, she's been an issue that constantly pops up between Steffy and Finn. Now that the show's rotated to Luna as Finn's most deranged family member, it's taking the heat off Sheila, especially since she's about to become Steffy's idol. Could all this lead to Steffy forgiving Sheila for her history of miscalculations? It'd be tough to ever get once Sheila firing Steffy and Finn in the alley, but it's clearly possible in the cleaner world. People have forgiven worse on day dramatizations, so maybe Steffy could find it in her heart to forgive Sheila ultimately. Steffy may make some updates to her perspective when it comes to Sheila. Luna to flee before the Bobbies arrive. Sheila races to stop her killer granddaughter. Grace has a excrescence update for Liam. Luna know that will try to play the idol by playing Luna. Still, when he kept stalling rather of getting into bed with her, that made her suspicious. Also, Luna set up the cables across Will's casket. Now holding a gun, Will's life is in peril. The Bobbies are on their way, but it looks like they wouldn't get there before Luna takes off. Luna wouldn't go veritably far, however. The killer goes to the temporary art academy to defy Ms. Dillon. She does force the schoolteacher to get Steffy down to the academy. Sheila opens up to Cleric about the Spencer men's habit of treason. Sheila eventually realizes what Luna is going to do next. In a complete fear, Sheila runs into Taylor. Sheila might try to get Hayes' academy position, allowing that's where Luna is now. Taylor might be resistant to giving Sheila any information, but Luna is a much bigger trouble. Steffy and Taylor are taken suddenly by what Hayes brings home from his art class. By the end of the week, Steffy realizes she's in grave peril. Liam will get some further news from Grace. Unfortunately, it sounds like further bad news. Since Liam declined treatment, his symptoms will snappily get worse. Ridge admits the verity to Brooke. It's also stated that Ridge tries to assure Liam and hope that the police will catch Luna. The youthful woman is enough tricky, so anticipate her to have many further surprises before her big takedown. Will Luna end up back in captivity or dead? The odds of Carter and Hope making it down the balcony and saying I do are slim to none. Forrester Creations may be buzzing about the forthcoming espousal, but there's going to be some major drama before the couple indeed picks a marriage date. Cleric had a converse with his son and unborn son-in-law about their engagement. Brooke is thrilled to start making her mama of the bridegroom arrangements, but Hope's paid her. Made it enough athwart he dubieties about Carter after his fling with Daphne. The last thing Deacon wants is for his son to get hurt, and the Il Giardino eatery proprietor is confident that's exactly what's going to be. Little does Deacon know, he's more right than he realizes. Is Hope Logan in for another broken heart? It was easy for Hope to move once Carter's situation with Daphne at Forrester Creations because she was out of the picture. Hitting into her every day at the office and seeing her flirt with Carter on a diurnal base is going to be another thing. While Carter is canoodling with women at the office, there's a chance Hope Logan could start spending further time with her dying ex-husband Liam. Scuttlebutt has as Liam's battle with cancer could inspire him to hook up with Hope one last time, and she'll be further than willing if Carter is spending time with Daphne again. Liam is in the toughest battle of his life. An inoperable brain excrescence has left him with little time to live. The study of dying scares Liam, but he's accepted his fate. As his final days near, he's enjoying time with his daughters and getting his affairs in order. Bridget and Grace are trying to find a result to help Liam. Steffy, Finn, and Will conspiring against Luna. Plus, Nick listens in on Taylor and Ridge's discussion, but they don't know. Brooke was surprised that Nick returned. He seems determined to make sure Brooke is no longer dealing with her Ridge drama. Nick wants to Brooke out of her cycle with Ridge. Ridge isn't happy that Nick has returned. Taylor isn't exactly thrilled with the way that Ridge replied to news that Nick was back in city. After all, she and Ridge are together despite the moping shadow Brooke casts over their relationship. Luna has really upped the creepy factor with her pursuit of Finn and Steffy's family. She gave her little family a gift, and she's been observing effects through a camera lens. Plus, she shot Prince of Steffy with a gun. She's also still obsessed with Will despite the fact that he's with Elektra. Sheila advised Luna down from him and Finn's family, but Luna doesn't feel to be hearkening to her grandma at all. Liam has been given a death judgment. He has an inoperable brain excrescence and isn't long for this world. Luna has a gun and she's pointing it at snaps of Steffy. Nick is set to return. We're all for further love in the autumn, but how can the show conceivably squeeze all of these characters into multitudinous plotlines? They ain't, which is why suckers are pondering the ineluctable adulatory summer whodunit. Still, who's to say it's by natural causes? Detergents generally twist plots like pretzels, and his death could come about in a vicious way, if Liam does corrupt. Which brings us to Luna and her gun. She bought it to do down with Steffy, and the character's portrayer is going on motherliness leave. There are all feathers of possibilities regarding Steffy's departure, and we use that word approximately. Half has cried at her to just leave formerly. No bone. Wants her around, and that means no day-to-day commerce with anyone. Who could be the third character to die? We see someone trying to stop Luna, someone who knows what she's up to. And that cutlet points to another infrequently seen character, Poppy. What justice would it be to have the monster's creator take her out? Sheila told Poppy each about Luna's insecurity, and her mama's guilt could beget her to intermediate to deadly ends.